about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit.
We winning that award.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. On first down, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 9 catches, 110 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. They go play action now. Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. Check it back.
Here's Jackson throwing again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for. Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, but the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in. And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week. Excellent focus. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter. You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. They go with Jacobs. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free. And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed. And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake? Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He was looking for Parker that time.
Yeah, ain't 2 o'clock yet.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Goodness,
and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard. And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it when the other direction had some blocking and picked up a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He's going deep for Brown. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates his way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
It's our ball, nigga. Okay.
On second and 11 now. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. To throw on second down, Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Now a short one to Gesicki. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On the double.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's 2nd and 8. Check down to Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. To throw again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Lawrence. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. We have hit halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. You know, despite
7-17,
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Rolling to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 4 yards out, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On first and 10, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
What's left? What's left?
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will take over at their own 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now it's Jackson. steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
I was going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Shrugs off another. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That second down play nets a -4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. Throwing on second down. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. On first down, Lawrence. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. That'll be complete to Breida. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been in practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that
28-17 with a minute left.
An incomplete pass leads to
shut them out that second half, bro. No points.
2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Back to throw. Lawrence. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case,
the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine.
Ready? Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
34-17, baby.
Into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown.
It's trash.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
I lost my first.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school of me is not happy about this score this late. Not
the way we turning it around right now.
This is Madden.
At first, I was going for that low draft
This is how it works.
Rub it in.
The way they playing right now, with the playbook I got on
These
defense.
guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Got me a
So we
breakout.
had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to
Started
the
off
end.
very rough,
Some
bro.
coaches preach that and tell
Very
their
rough.
teams that's what I want all the time.